In a first for YouTube, I have a request. A review of my Traben. So in a comment on the review of my Paisley, Victor Gronin asked if I could do the light coloured bass in the guitar rack with the humbuckers. Here it is, Traben Array Obsession. I bought this bass years ago and it's a bit metal. Look at that. Look at that bridge. Look at it. That's going to be divisive. So many people will not even give this a second look because of that bridge. This is the Tribal Flame bridge. It was on the Array series. The idea being a lot of mass in this bridge, a lot of contact point. You're going to get a lot more sustain. Whether or not he does, who knows? I don't really notice enough sustain to even bother about that. I like the look of it, but so many people don't. So many people are just going to look at that and think, metal, that's way over the top. But get past that bridge and this is a lovely, lovely bass. You can see it's got the flame maple top, it's got Polonia body, and I think it's a rosewood fretboard, don't quote me on that. This is made in Vietnam. This is the only guitar bass I have that's made in Vietnam. Now, a lot of what you read about Traben basses is iffy build quality. If you get a good one, it's a good one. If you get a bad one, it's a bad one, and they can go either way. This one, really like this bass, it's a really nice one. Must have been on a good day in the factory. You've got two Rockfield pickups and you've got an active EQ with a little switch hidden inside this bridge. It's just here, you can just about make that out. And one way it turns on the active electrics. You've got a 3-band EQ, bass, middle and treble, the little knobs there. If you have it switched down, completely bypasses the EQ, just natural as the pickups come. Click it up, you've got the active EQ, and it's nice either way. I like the active EQ. If you actually have everything set to 12 o'clock, it's actually quieter with the active EQ. You have to turn everything up slightly to get the same volume as the bypassed. And then you've also got the blend switch, which blends between the two pickups, and a volume. And that's pretty much it. And it does have a neck through body. Look at that. Very, very lovely. Very lovely. One thing, with it being a little bit pointy in metal, this little point on the end, just look at that there. That is just asking, whenever you put it down, if it's not on a hanger, whenever you put it down, it's on that point and it's just asking to get damaged. This has been really carefully looked after, it hasn't been. But bear that in mind. This bass I bought quite a few years ago, and I'm a terror for doing things to my basses. I can't leave them alone. I'm recolouring scratch plates, I'm upgrading pickups, new tuners, redoing the colours of bodies. I'm always messing. I have to make everything my own. But this thing, exactly stock, because what am I going to do to this? Look at it. What am I going to do to that? Absolutely nothing to make that any more in your face. So it's always stayed exactly as it is. And the other reason I've not done anything with this bass is because this isn't mine. It lives here. It's on permanent loan. It was mine. I bought it from Cash Converters. 179 quid. And originally I think these were about 500. These are the top of the range Traben bass. They were in the Array line anyway, and you can really see it's beautifully built. The neck, it's got about 40mm on the nut, and it's about the same as my Precision bass, my Squire Precision just in there. It's about the same neck. This is the only one of the Array line I've ever tried. And it is the top of the range. What the other ones are like, I'm not too sure. But this one, I love it. Get past that bridge. I mean, the thing is, if you don't like that bridge, you're not going to play this. You're not going to want to get up on stage with that bridge if you don't like it. I love it. I played this in a gig myself on Bury Station. We did a wonderful gig with trains going past us, actually on the platform. And this was my bass for the day. But yeah, this was mine. And I sold it to my friend, who then sold it to his friend, who was playing bass in a band at the time, and he's no longer playing bass. He's back to guitar. He's a fantastic guitarist, and he's no longer playing bass, so he doesn't need it. So it's just on permanent loan back with me. I'm happy about that. It's a lovely bass. I love it to bits. I never really wanted to sell it. I just didn't use it enough because I had too many other basses at the time I was using. It's probably about the time I had my Warwick, which was a fantastic bass as well. I have lots of nice basses, lots that are not so fantastic, and as much as I like this one, it didn't make the cut against my Warwick at the time, and it went. But I was happy to keep it around and about in the family, so to speak. So I'm happy that it's still knocking around because I do like playing this. Now, I'm going to run you through some tones and give you a bit of a feel of what it's like. But this thing, if you like the look of it, it's a lovely, beautiful bass. But if you don't like the look of that bridge, as much as it might be a nice bass, you're never going to play it and you're never going to want one. But this is a lot better than just a metal bass. It's not just for metal. This will do you all sorts. Not that I'm the guy to show you it doing all sorts. I play with a pick and I have my sound. And a variety of sounds isn't my normal thing. So, still, there's not that much on the internet though. There's not much on YouTube, people playing with these. You get little short clips, nothing too in depth, and they're not around anymore. Traben aren't making basses anymore. So what I remember, we've got on the 12th fret, that nice inlay, a Traben T. So just to run you through a few bits, with the volume, don't need to show you anything with that, but let's start. I'm going to turn off the EQ. Pop that straight on. That's with me setting it where roughly I like it. If I put everything at 12 o'clock, I'll show you that. EQ off. EQ on. Dip in volume, similar tone. I like to get the bass up slightly, the treble up a lot. The mids just roughly where they are in the middle. That'll do me. Bit of a mess we can get onto the neck pickup. Onto the bridge pickup. Back in the middle. If we have a play with the EQ, we've got everything in the middle. Max the bass. Bass right off. Back in the middle. Put the mids maxed. Mids right off. Treble right to the top. Treble right off. And again, roughly where I like it, a little bit of bass up, plenty of treble up, and it's my kind of noise. So that's roughly where I would normally have it, and I'd pretty much leave it there. Suits me just nicely. So let's just have a bit of a mess with this, and you can see what it sounds like having a bit of a play. An idea of the sound. And that really is the Traben. It's a lovely bass, it's comfortable, really comfortable, lovely neck, and I absolutely adore playing this, and it's eye-catching. People notice the bass player when they're playing this, even though nobody even then notices the bass player really, let's be honest. But it's an eye-catching bass, and it is a lovely bass to play, and I think it's got a great sound to it. So that is where I am with the Traben and where I'd use it. And if you can find one of these, I thoroughly recommend buying one. But as I say, they're not in production anymore. This is a lovely, lovely one. It's got a few nicks here and there. It's been gigged. And it's a lovely bass. Traben Array Obsession. There we are. It's all about the bridges bass, all about that bridge. If you like it, it's a nice bass. If you don't like that bridge, it's not for you. And it's eye-catching, And it's all about the looks. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous base. That wood is beautiful. Just look at that wood and that neck through. Oh, it's a lovely thing. It really is a lovely thing. But it's all about the looks. It's a nice sounding bass. It's a lovely playing bass. But it's nothing special. It's pretty good. It's not a special bass. In terms of the sound and playability, it's a nice bass. But that looks, that's what sets it apart. And that is what decides whether it's a good bass for you or not. And you've got to make that decision. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think of the bridge and what you think of the rest of the bass. Thank you. You do know you're 20 minutes into this video. Why are you still here? Why are you still watching? It's bedtime. I'm in my PJs. Come on, it's bedtime. Good night.